Hi, I'm Jijo Joseph. I applied to INSEAD in Fontainebleau and IESE in Barcelona, Spain with Sam's help, and I got admitted to both.
Jijo, thank you very, very much for coming along and talking to us to share your experience. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, please?
Absolutely. Well, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. I've been working in the oil and gas industry for the last 12 years. I started my career as a mechanical engineer, went into management, and right now, for the last 2-3 years, I've been in digital transformation, especially in IIoT enabled digital transformation.
And you've been working at Schlumberger, is that right?
Yes, for Schlumberger for the last 12 years.
And so why did you decide to go and do an MBA?
Well, I have been progressing steadily in the ranks in Schlumberger, but I've
Mhm,
come to a point in which I want to take on a larger responsibility.
mhm.
And in order to take on a larger responsibility, you need a diversity of perspectives. My 12 years in oil and gas industry, I have got the perspective of oil and gas industry down, but that the diversity from the financial industry, from the automotive industry, and from other industries, I need to get that difference in perspective. And an MBA school is very good in not just teaching from the professors, but also from sharing that experience from the cohort that you are part of.
Excellent. And can you tell the viewers how it was that we worked together?
Sam, we had a fantastic working relationship. During these COVID times, we were forced to work completely over Zoom, but even then, it was a very collaborative, very constructive effort. We had our Zoom calls; we were very easy to set up, and even once on the call, we shared documents where we would collaborate and work together on creating the application. And many times, you often help me break down what I was trying to say to a simple and elegant and impactful manner.
And then we did some mock interviews, right?
Yes, we did quite a few mock interviews. I think we did 2 before every
Mhm.
actual interview, and it was very, very impactful. It really put me at ease, and allowed me to talk at ease and have like a conversation during the interview.
Yeah. And if you were to give some advice to people following in your footsteps, what would it be?
Well, there are 2 things I would recommend for people applying for their MBA right now. The number one is prioritize your applications. If you want to apply for one university and you have a backup university, you have 2-3 other universities in mind, apply to the number one university first, wait for a decision while in the meantime, I make your second and third applications ready. In that way, you won't be forced to make a decision on a B school that is in your mind a B school when you are applying for an A school.
Yeah. And I would caveat that with working with a consultant. This is one of the benefits that comes from this, is you know that your first application is going to be as good as your second, is going to be as good as your third. So you can afford to apply in order of preference.
Yes. And there's
Fantastic.
one more thing I want to add to that is that always talk to the recruiters in the universities. The recruiters in the universities are a very good resource for you to understand if you are a good fit in that university, and also to understand what's going on that may be interesting for you. What are the clubs? What are the social activities? What are the professors that you might want to take courses under? So it's very important to actually talk to the recruiters in those universities before you apply. Also, keep in mind that during these contacts you're having with the recruiters, they're actually monitoring and assessing you. So make sure that these contacts that you have with the recruiters, you are very well prepared. Know your resume well, know what the school does well, and it will be very useful.
Brilliant. Jijo, what do you think was the hardest part of the application process for you?
Well, I think the hardest, the questions, the five, usually the universities have these questions that you have to answer, right? Some universities have five questions, some universities have three questions. To me, it was boiling down to picking one or two examples from my entire career that is best suited to answer that question. And I think Sam helped me a lot in that endeavor.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do when you've got so much experience. You want to talk about it all, but how do you decide which to choose?
Yes.
Brilliant. Jijo, one last thing before I go. Can I get a high five?
Ah. Word of advice for you out there who wants to apply for their executive MBA or their MBA, reach out to Sam and reach out to Sam, who's an expert in this. He knows what he's doing. He will help you and guide you along the journey. You get stuck in many times in your application processes, but Sam has helped me out immensely in my application and got me through the bottlenecks, which otherwise would have taken me so much longer time to apply.